Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Imtiaz Cynthia for Master Students in Department of Ocean System and Engineering. And today I will talk about a new hypothesis for the Alzheimer disease. Alzheimer disease is a neurodegenerative disease that is associated with cognitive decline. Like as you can see, this is a brain structure. This is a brain of a normal human, while the Alzheimer's brain become like shrink, and there will be synaptic plasticity will be reduced, and there will be many of the structural deformity, as you can see in the picture. So the next is the following are the pathological hallmarks of for the Alzheimer disease. So the main reason why the Alzheimer disease occurs is because this beta amyloid and tau proteins, these proteins will accumulate in brain and will cause symptoms like confusion. The patient will have a confusion state and loss of weight. Seizures is a condition where patient's body will be shaking. You might have observed in patient difficulty in with expressing themselves and lack of self control, like patients will have a lack of control over their bladder and bowel movement, many of the skin infections, extreme mood swings, and hallucination is a condition in which patients will feel that there are people around them, but the situation is that there's no one around them. So there is the evidence that vascular dysregulation is the earliest feature. And as the with advancing age, are the vessels will become like less elastic, so they will lose their elasticity and will become the site where the pathological conditions and pathological hallmarks can occur. So the brain vessels with age become less stiff, and due to that, there will be a beta deposition, and there will be like structural deficits. Vasomotion is a condition in which vessels, like the smooth muscles of our body, will contract and relax. This rhythmic contraction and relaxation is of zero point 0.1 hertz diameter, and it will ensure that there will be proper tissue perfusion and oxygen delivery to the brain. But with age, as this phenomena is reduced, the contraction and relaxation of the smooth muscles is reduced. That is why the amyloid beta and the other tau proteins will accumulate most of the time in the brain. So the mechanism of vasomotion is like we have like the brain itself has no drainage for the lymphatic system. So most of the lymph nodes, most of the vessels will drain its lymph nodes in the neck, and interstitial fluid and amyloid beta, these proteins will cross the brain and will be drained along the capillaries and arteries through the contractile pericytes which surrounds the arterioles. They provide as a motive force. This vasomotion provides as a motive force which will uh, exclude or remove this amyloid beta and tau protein from the brain, and these will drain through IPAD pathway. This is intramural periarteral drainage pathway, and these will uh, discard this interstitial fluid into the cervical lymph nodes, which is located in the brain. So as you can see in this mechanism that these arteries and this vasomotion is playing a major role in the in the discussion of this amyloid beta from the brain. But with advancing age, this phenomena will be reduced. So there are the other pathway for the amyloid beta clearance is that the enzymatic degradation. The brain has like a alpha secretase and enzyme, and it will exclude the amyloid beta. It will attenuate this amyloid beta from the amyloid plaque from the brain. But what happens is that enzymatic degradation in Alzheimer disease, these enzymes will stop working, and so the amyloid plaque will continue to accumulate in the brain. Many researches have been done on the enzymatic degradation, and the microglial and astrocytes is another pathway where the astrocytes and microglial will these are the healthy brain cells which will eat this integrate this amyloid beta from the brain. But with the advancing age, as I told, that the reactive oxygen, activated microglial cells will increase the inflammation by raising the biomarkers like IL-6, IL-1. These are the biomarkers which will cause more neuroinflammation in the brain. Although these astrocytes and microglia will help to reduce this disease, but in the pathological state, these will also include the reactive oxygen species and these pro-inflammatory cytokinins, which will affect the brain more. So it plays more havoc to the brain rather than helping. The next is the glymphatic system, where the amyloid beta and this tau protein will follow this glymph system and glymph fluid and will be excreted to the brain. So this all together makes a blood-brain barrier. These are the four pathways which have been, the pathways which I explained now are the most pathways which have been more researched. But the pathway which I'm talking about is like least research, so it opens some more ventures for us to explore this dimension and this hypothesis, where the smooth muscles contraction and relaxation can help in the degradation of this amyloid beta and tau protein. So this IPET pathway, this is a video file, although I can't play. So this is a vessel, blood vessel in the brain, and you can see that when it contracts and relaxes, it will push the fluid out, or it will exclude this amyloid beta or tau protein out of the brain. So this pathway is the least explored, and it needs more research to include in further studies. There have been some studies. Their astrocytes will regulate this pathway and contract and relax the smooth muscles more through cyclooxygenase, and will exclude the amyloid beta from the brain. The next is where the researchers studied the paravascular clearance through in a awake mice brain, and they observed that the contraction and relaxation of the retinal artery can exclude the amyloid beta from the brain. So the hypothesis for this research is that there should be more research for the intramural periarterial pathway, because the vasomotion or smooth muscles contraction and relaxation can put more stress and exclude this interstitial fluid rich in amyloid beta from the brain, and it can help in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Thank you for paying attention. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask.